everyone, welcome to Thankful Thursday. We had some technical glitches, so we didn't get to do our LifeForce Yoga last week, so we're gonna do it this week. So I'm gonna step back here and take my seat. So we'll talk a little bit about what LifeForce Yoga is to start out with. So LifeForce Yoga is meant to balance the mood. So if you're feeling kind of down, have the blues, we can lift you up a little bit. Or if you're feeling like overexcited, kind of stressed out, anxious feelings, then we can kind of ground you down. So this style of yoga was developed by Amy Weintraub, and she is the creator. I was blessed enough when I was first starting to take yoga. I had a workshop with her before I was even a teacher. And then the second I graduated from my 200-hour, I was like, this is what I have to do. So I went through her full training out in Tucson, Arizona. It's done a couple of different places, but it was an amazing process. So I'm a level 2 LifeForce practitioner. Right now, Amy does a lot of workshops. I believe she sold LifeForce Yoga, like the business part, over to Rose Crass, who is out in Tucson as well. But Amy is still very instrumental in the yogic world. She wrote the books Yoga for Depression and Yoga Skills for Therapists, and she has a great book coming out. It's a novel, though I will say. It's not one of her textbooks. It's called Temple Dancer, and I was blessed to get to read that, to write a review, and it was an amazing story. So that is some fun facts. So LifeForce Yoga that we'll be doing today, so I said that we can do it to kind of energize ourselves if we're feeling down in the dumps, have the blues. So that's what we're going to kind of focus on today. So that would be like the tamasic if you're feeling kind of down, then we do a more uplifting. And then next week we can do the opposite. So if you're feeling stressed out and out there, then we'll help to ground you. So LifeForce Yoga does incorporate some different things. It's going to have, we meet the mood where we are. So if you were here in person, I'd decide what kind of class we're going to do. So we want to have a safe container. So that being said, this is a pretty, not too physical, stress kind of class, but just honor your own body, honor wherever you are. So there is one breath or pranayama, and I'll mention it before we start that if you've had something to eat or, you don't want to get too energized, then maybe you skip that one and just do the posture, the asana. So just taking care of yourself, minding any injuries, and just doing what's right for you. We'll be using Bhavana, which is kind of a visualization. And then the pranayama, as I said, we're going to be cueing into the sensations of the body. So we want to be grounding when our emotions get out of hand. Sometimes we lose touch, we kind of tend to dissociate. We go into that fight or flight, or we just zone out. So cueing into body sensations, and then the use of sound or mantra called nada yoga when you're doing it with the asana. So that's going to be a key difference to this kind of yoga. It might feel a little weird or hokey at first, but it really does have a lot of great skill sets into it. The sound is going to reverberate through the mouth. That stimulates the vagus nerve, gets you out of fight or flight, and the different sounds have different chakra or energetic alignment kind of deals. We'll do some meditation as well, and the mudras, which are the hand positions, maybe a Yoga Nidra meditation at the end if we have enough time. So today the oil I chose to utilize is Citrus Bliss by doTERRA. It's a blend of a bunch of different citrus, so it's very yummy. But really any kind of citrus, so it could just be the simple wild orange or grapefruit, is an uplifting kind of scent for the mind, the body kind of thing. So you can diffuse it, you can put a few drops on. If you have sensitivities to oils, maybe you mix it with a little fractionated coconut oil, or you can just inhale it. Alrighty, so we'll begin by coming into a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Alright, and I mentioned that we'll be using hand positions or mudras. So I write my own meditations. I'm coming out with a meditation book, and I use the oils and the hand mudras to anchor into things. So for today, we're going to bring our hands together. So your fingertips are all going to touch, and the thumbs come together like so, and they're not quite touching the tips of the index fingers. And then the hands come in towards your solar plexus. You're going to sit up nice and straight, lengthening through the crown of your spine. You can soften your eyes or close your eyes completely. We'll begin by just taking a few nice and easy full breaths. So if you're used to yoga, you might do your 3-part Yoga Nidra breathing, inhaling, filling the belly, the ribs, all the way up to your collarbones. And then exhaling, reversing the direction at the base. The navel muscles draw slightly in, slightly up. And just taking a few of those breaths. Feeling your bottom on the ground. Breathing into any intention or Sankalpa you may have for your practice today. As you continue to breathe there, I'll mention that this hand position or mudra is known as Dharma Pravartana Mudra, which is the gesture of setting Dharma into motion, and it balances all the elements. Okay? And so Dharma means truth, while Pravartana means to set into motion. This is going to help to open and balance the first 6 chakras, and it allows the breath to flow fully through the body. This is aiding us in supporting the function of the digestive system and aligning the spine properly. It's going to assist in releasing any limiting beliefs and helping one to find confidence within. And if you like, you can repeat the following mantra silently to yourself. At one with the universe, I move through today in harmony and balance. At one with the universe, I move through today with harmony and balance. Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. And isn't it interesting, I wonder if you already know, that you are whole and complete exactly as you are. And you know we all do have doubts and fears, yet it is in living, in daring, that we open ourselves up to who we really are and to each other. Living in fear, confined, it restricts us from being our true selves. More and more by opening yourself up to the rawness of being who you truly are. In the best of times and the not so great times. By going after what your heart truly desires, you will inspire others to be more authentic and to follow their dreams, and to open up to the joy of life, that joie de vivre. And so I'd like to invite you now to breathe into that zest for life, that joy, and feel where you might notice it the most in your body. And then allow it to radiate out and into each and every cell, muscle fiber, tissue, every part of the body now. And that's right. And then when you're ready, gently open the eyes, come back to the room, maybe shake out those hands a little tiny bit there. Beautiful. So we'll be doing a different kind of breath or pranayama. It's called stair-step breath. So if we were in a very kind of tamasic or kind of lack of energy kind of mood, we might do this lying down, but because I'm teaching it to you, I'm going to be seated. You can always lie down if you feel comfortable with it. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take inhales in, and they're going to be little tiny steps or sips of breath. So it's just like you're climbing a mountain. You're going to think of all the way up to the top, and then you're going to exhale and slide down the mountain. So a nice smooth exhale out. All right, and then we'll repeat that. So it's those little up to the top of your mountain, and exhale and slide down to the bottom of your mountain. Beautiful. So now we'll change it up a little bit, and we're going to inhale smoothly up, like we're taking an elevator to the top of the mountain or a ski lift. And then little steps down. It's easier for me to exhale the little steps out through my mouth if you like. So then again, elevator up, breathing in. And then those little steps down your mountain. Beautiful. And so next one, we're going to take those little tiny steps up to the top of the mountain. Pause here, hold the breath only if it's comfortable for you, and imagine seeing something very beautiful or pleasing to you. That's your Bhavana, you're seeing, you're envisioning, and then when the breath needs to come out, you're going to take those little tiny steps down the mountain. And we'll repeat that. And so you're taking the breath in. Little steps all the way up. Hold the breath, envisioning something really beautiful or pleasing. Holding the breath, really seeing, feeling that visualization. And then those little tiny steps down. Nice. And so the next one, we're going to take the little tiny steps up. Like you're climbing the mountain. Pause at the top of the mountain. See that's something that really lights you up inside. Holding the breath here, only if it's comfortable. And now slide down your mountain. We'll do that one more time. So it's little steps up. Holding the breath in and visually thinking, seeing, feeling something that really lights you up inside. Staying with that for as long as comfortable. And then that exhale, sliding down the mountain. So that's the basic stair-step breath, and that can be done on your back. If you're in a more sedate, lack of energy kind of mood. All right, so we're going to come onto our backs now. And if you want, you can have a yoga strap around. You may or may not like to use it. It's just an option. So you'll find yourself lying in a supine position on your back. We're going to gently bring the knees into the chest, into what we call Asana. And so if you feel comfortable, you can squeeze them in. Maybe you rock a little bit side to side here. So I am not yet comfortable squeezing in too much. It's only about 10 weeks post total hip replacement, but if you feel it, sometimes it's a nice release in the lower back to squeeze in farther. This is where I'm comfortable for me though. All right. So we're going to set the feet down here, and we're going to extend that left leg out. So we're going to take our right leg out to the side here. So you want like kind of a right angle, your knee, your ankle are aligned. You're just going to press down with your right palm of your hand onto that inner thigh, but you're going to resist. So it's just a little hip release, nice and gentle, just pressing in, and you're pressing down with the hand and up with the knee here. Okay? And then we're going to bring our right knee in and hug it. And we're going to say, so this is the Nadi Yoga, Lam, Lam. Beautiful. And now we're going to extend the right leg up. So this is where you can use a strap if you like. I'll demonstrate this leg with a strap. So you take the strap around the ball of the foot. Stretch it, you're keeping your left leg straight, flat on the floor if that's comfortable. You can always bend the left knee if it's not. So you're just getting that nice overhead stretch here. You take a few breaths. And you're gently going to release. Now you're going to bend that left leg if it's not. Cross the right ankle onto the left thigh. So this is sometimes called supine pigeon. Sometimes it's called figure four. So you might be comfortable here. If you need some more, you can thread those. And more is not going to be the greatest for me on this side, but you can always reach the hands around behind the leg and pull it up and in. Or you can just breathe easily here for a moment or two. I'm just feeling the stretch in that piriformis hip here, the outer part of your hip. And then we'll inhale, extend that right leg back up, and bring both legs out. And we'll pause here. You can close the eyes if you like. We're going to tap into cueing the body. So you're going to feel the right leg extending outwards, stretching but grounded. Now imagine inhaling in from the sole of the right foot all the way up to the crown of your head. That's right. And then exhale down the left side of your body. out the sole of the left foot. And again, breathing in through that right foot all the way up to that crown of the head. And then exhaling down the left side of the body and out that left sole of the foot. Feel your energy, your awareness, now moving over to the left side of your body. Beautiful. And so we'll hug those knees in one more time. Maybe rock it side to side if you like. And then the right leg will come down. You can flatten it out if you like. You're going to take that left leg out. Same thing on this side, pressing down with the left hand, up with the left thigh. So there's that resistance, opening up the hip, keeping your right hip square. Nice. And pausing here. Just feeling the stretch. We're going to bring that left knee in and say lam, lam, lam. Now extend the left leg up. Again, you can use a strap if you prefer, or just hold on to the back of the calf, the thigh, wherever you are. Not too much pressure you want to put on the knee, but anywhere else, sole of the foot if that works for you. Breathing. Into our table position, which is all fours here on the mat. Okay. And so your fingers are spread wide, your hands are directly over or underneath your shoulder. And then switching to the opposite side, so inhale left in, ha, 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 ha. Last one, ha. Nice. So now we'll make kind of a C curve or like a comma. You're gonna walk your hands over, look towards your right ankle. So you're twisting to the right. And we're gonna say rum, rum. So as you're curving, rum, rum. And then we'll go to the opposite side, looking back at that left ankle. Rum, rum, rum. We'll return to center table. Here we'll just do some easy thread the needles. So you can take that right hand to the front and center of your mat. Inhale your left arm up. And so you can thread it halfway through and then inhale it up. Again, exhale halfway. Inhale up, third one. We'll take it through to your comfort level. Maybe you take that left shoulder down. Maybe that ear comes down. You can stay here. If you need more, extend that right arm straight out in front of you. Okay? If you want some more, you can take the right arm up, bring it around, reach around towards that left inner thigh. So that's getting into the neck and shoulders. Still more, you can tuck the right toes and press forward to get a big neck and shoulder stretch. So caution there if you have any neck or shoulder things going on. A couple breaths wherever you are is where you're meant to be. And then if your right knee is up, bring it down. If your right arm is around, bring it up. You're going to slide it back to the center of the mat and take that left arm up to counter pose. And then we'll switch sides. So you'll inhale the left arm up. Exhale halfway. Inhale up. Exhale. And last one, going into your fullest expression. Threading through. Maybe the shoulder comes down. If you like, you can extend that left arm out. And still want more, you can take the left arm around, reach it towards right inner thigh, opening shoulder. And further is tuck left toes, press forward, use caution, neck and shoulders, core strong. Nice breaths here. And then lowering the left knee, it's up. If it's up, left hand comes down. Just slide the left hand back to the center, lift the right arm all the way up to counter pose, and then bring it back down and out. So we'll move into some flying cat-cows, and we're gonna be saying na, ma, ha. So N-M-H, and then the ah sound. So to start, you're gonna be in your table position. We're gonna inhale up, na, ma, cow. So you sink the belly, ha, round into cat, and then go back towards your child's. Na, ma, ha. And again, na, ma, ha. Na, ma, ha. Two more. Na, ma, ha. Na, ma, ha. And now slide forward onto your belly. So you're going to be in your Sphinx pose. Toenails pressed down. Elbows, wrists are in alignment. So in Sphinx, we're going to go bum with a V. Bum. One more. Bum. Lower down, slide your hands back by your rib cage. Press your way back up to table. Repeating, inhale, na, ma, ha. Slide down onto your belly. If you don't have any pain in your lower back, you're going to bring your hands this time back next to the ribs. Press the toenails down. And lift up into a little cobra. And here we'll go bum, bum, bum. And then press up to your table. And again, na, ma, ha. Back to child's, and M for maybe you rock the forehead a moment. And then back to table. Last one. Na, ma, ha. Up to table. Tuck your toes behind you. We're going to come into our downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pausing here and walking out your dog. You can shake your head no, nod your head yes, shift the hips, anything that feels good to you. Pausing there for a moment while I flip my note page. So you want to make sure you're not sinking down into your shoulders. You want everything lengthened. Butt is the highest peak of your triangle. Neck is released. We're going to gaze forward and begin to tippy-toe our feet in towards our hands here. Okay. So if it's comfortable for you, you can soften the knees and then take a hand to each elbow. We're going to do that ragdoll, rocking side to side here. You're just going to sigh. If that's not comfortable, you can always let the hands come down too. So letting your neck be relaxed. Okay. Then you're going to bend the knees. And so begin to round your way up. Okay. Maybe move around any way that's comfortable that your body is calling for. Okay. We're going to move into a chair pose, Utkatasana. So for your Utkatasana, your feet are basically, I'll do it sideways maybe. So your feet are going to be next to each other. You're going to sit backwards like you're sitting in a chair. Your belly's in, your back is as flat as possible. I mean, we do have a little curve in our back there. All right. And so your hands for your chair pose, they can kind of be in a prayer position if that's comfortable. Some people, if you want it more stimulating, they'll be overhead. I like mine in prayer pose. So your weight's back in your heels too. And you're really working those quads, but the weight's back, core is in. So you can just hold chair pose and breathe normally. If you wanted more stimulations, this is the one if you just ate dinner. If you don't want to be too energized, then just breathe normally. Or you can add your Kapalabhati, but we would do it slowly so it's accessible to everyone here. And so that is where we're taking a forceful, a passive inhale and a forceful exhale. So it's turn sideways. So I'll put my hand here because it's kind of your solar plexus kind of. So it's 5 more. And then just gently straighten the legs. You can bounce them out a little bit. Let your eyes soften or close for a moment. Just noticing what you notice and feeling what you feel. Okay. And then slowly coming back. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be inhaling up onto the balls of the feet, clasping the hands overhead. My right thumb's on top. My index fingers are pointing outwards. It's called Kali Mudra. It's the warrior goddess stance. So at the top, we're going to hold our breath. So you're just holding your breath at the top. And then when it's time for you to exhale, you're going to lower the heels and the hands. So again, inhale up, clasp the hands, hold the breath, only if it's right for you. When it's time for you to exhale, lower down. One more. So you can allow your eyes to soften or close completely for a moment, just feeling your feet on the ground, noticing where your body is in space at this moment in time. And as you inhale, inhale all the way up to the crown and say, I am. Exhale all the way down to the soles of those feet you felt on the ground and say, here. Again, inhale up to the crown of the head, I am. Exhale down to the soles of the feet. Feel yourself grounded here. One more. Inhaling up, crown of the head, I am. Exhale down, feeling the feet on the ground here. Beautiful. And then coming back to the room, if you had your eyes closed, gently allow them to open. We're going to move into breath of joy. So this is actually it's a video, so the YouTube channel, these posts, all of these Thankful Thursdays post on Ashley Lynn Caputo, it's a YouTube channel. So if you missed one, you can watch them. And there's one just on different breath work, little snippets of the breath. So breath of joy is 3 inhales of, and an exhale, ha. So your arms move like a conductor. Inhale, 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 and then ha. So we'll do it fairly in moderate. So not really, some people go really fast, but we'll do it moderate. So we'll do about 5. So ha, ha, ha. One more. And then come up, shake it out. The next one we're going to do is called pulling prana. And so you're going to inhale. You can have your arms up high. You're like have your palms out. So you're either taking them out in front of you if that's more comfortable for your shoulders, or up high. Your knees are going to soften on the exhale. So you inhale. Do one hand. Like you're pulling clouds from the sky. And then pause again. You can let the eyes soften, just noticing what you notice. Feeling right foot on the ground, left foot on the ground. Feeling the air entering the right nostril. Air entering the left nostril. Feeling any sensations in the body. You notice your heart beginning to move a little faster I'm just coming back to the room. So we'll move into some half sun salutations, and we're going to use again the sound, the Nada Yoga, and this time it's going to be Ma Ha Ra. So M-H-R, Ma is a soft sound like mother in so many languages. Ha is to stimulate the solar plexus, and Ra is the sun. So you can have your feet hip distance apart, or if you practice with them together, wherever you're comfortable basically. So we're going to inhale those arms up overhead. On the exhale, Ma Ha Ra. Inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down and reverse swan dive up. And close it in. And we'll repeat. Ma Ha Ra. Inhale up. Exhale. Soften the knees. Reverse the swan dive up. Close it down. Again, inhale up. Ma Ha Ra. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Soften the knees. Reverse swan dive. One more. Close it down. Inhale and then Ma Ha Ra. Inhale halfway. I'm going to step forward here. You're going to take your right foot back and turn the foot out. Your left knee is going to stay back. I'm going to open up into your version of Warrior Two. So heel of the left foot aligns with the middle of the right foot here. And your gaze is over that middle left finger. And you want to make sure your knee is not over the toes, but over the ankle. You can get to a 90-degree angle if that's comfortable. Breathing here. So we'll inhale back to a reverse warrior. And then we're going to go ha, 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 ha. Two more. Ha, ha. Back to your warrior two. Power push that left leg straight. Reach all the way to the left. Inhale. And then to triangle M. Breathing here. And slowly come up. We'll switch to that opposite side, warrior two. This is my tighter hip, so just bear with me for any little misalignment. We're working towards better here, but breathing. And then inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, ha, 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 ha. One more. Ha. Back to your warrior two. Power push that right leg straight. Turn the palms forward. Reach all the way out. And then on the exhale, into your triangle. So if you have any tightness, you might use a block or anything you have at home to just prop your way up. Again, and then slowly coming up. We're just going to step the legs together. You can shake them out a little bit here. And we're going to move into goddess pose. So Asana. So your feet are a little bit wide. Toes are kind of turned out. So this is your goddess. My mat is, okay. So we're going to start in a 5-pointed star. Your hands are going to be up. And again, not a yoga, so there's sound. It's going to be D, Re, Ha. D-R-H. So we go D, Re, Ha. Inhale it up. D, Re, Ha. inhale up, feel your solar plexus. Di, hari, ha. And then bring your hands to the lotus position, Padma. So your thumb and pinky finger together at the heart. And yum, Y-U-M, yum or Y-A-M, yum. Again, yum. Once more, yum. Slowly, let the legs straighten, come out, shake it out, just noticing what you notice here. We're going to step our legs wide now. So your feet are going to be pointed forwards, toes pointed forward. We're going to be in our kind of prasarita. All right, I'm looking at my nose. Yeah, okay. So your hands are going to interlace behind your back if it's comfortable for you. We're just going to fold forward, nice soft knees here. And we're going to say so N and G basically. So you're going to feel the tongue almost to the back of the teeth. So two more times. Again, inhale. Weights in the balls of the feet. Gently release the hands. You might stretch one up and then the other. We're going to make our way down, back down to the mat. So of course we could have added a lot more flow, but we're keeping these Thankful Thursday classes kind of short, but we could have done a lot more flow with that. So we'll come back into a comfortable seated position. And when we twist, we're going to twist right and left. We're going to use cooling sound, again, Nada yoga. And the cooling sounds are going to be basically the vowels. So oo, ah, o, a, e. And they correspond with the chakras. So you're going to inhale and then twist. Ooh, ah, o, a, e. And again. Ooh, ah, o, a, e. And gently come back to the center. Twist opposite. Inhale first. On the exhale, twist. Ooh, ah, o, a, e. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Ooh, ah, o, a, e. And come back to the center. Just pausing, noticing what you notice. When you're ready, we're slowly going to roll our way back down to the mat. So you can use a little bit of core engagement here as you come down. And we're going to be doing some floating bridge. So minding your back, you don't need to go into your fullest version of bridge. If you have any back pain, then obviously honor that. We'll be doing Ram, R-A-M. So you're going to inhale. Ram. And again. Ram. Last one. Ram. Gently lowering down, just feeling your whole body on the ground, noticing if there's that little curve in your back. And so from here, we're going to inhale and arch the back, and then exhale, press the lower back down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, press down. 3 more. Feeling that connection of the sacral area, the lower back, shoulders, soles of the feet on the mat. Last one. Nice. So if it feels good to you, you might hug the knees back in. Maybe you're doing a little bit of that spinal rocking here. We'll place the feet on the ground and bring your arms out to a gentle T. We're going to take both knees to the right and gaze to the left. Make sure the left shoulder stays down. Breathing here, you might have to adjust a little bit. Just noticing what you're noticing, feeling what you're feeling. Noticing any shifts in the mind, in the body, in the energy. And then inhale back to the center. And twist opposite. Adjust as you need. Couple breaths here. Back to the center. One more chance to hug in the knees, rock out that spine, and then lengthen out, arms and legs, give you that big good morning stretch. Maybe you go a little side to side here, and then you're gonna find your comfortable resting position or shavasana. If you like to cover up with a blanket, if you need a bolster underneath the knees, feel free to make yourself comfortable here. As you settle in for your shavasana. Eye pillow if you like it. Playing some soft music that I do own the rights to. So just making yourself comfortable here and now. Recalling any intention from the beginning of class, breathing into it now. And then simply letting go. There's nothing left for you to do. Nowhere to go. Just be, allowing the breath to deepen. Whole body lying on the ground, back of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, a cushion for each and every vertebra. I'm feeling right buttock, left buttock, hips sinking into the ground, back of the legs, heels of the feet, supporting you, entire back of the body, grounded and safe, secure, and top of the body, opening up, allowing the heart to open, and sensation to the mouth, upper lip, lower lip, the space between the lips, the inside of the upper teeth, lower teeth, tongue, jaw relaxed, the inside of the cheekbones, hollow tubules radiating from the inside of the cheeks to the outer peaks and valleys of the ears, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, the difference of temperature between the inhale and the exhale, both nostrils hollow and empty. the eyes, orbs of sensation, shimmering energy, lifting you up. Upper lids, lower lids, the space between the lashes, brow, forehead relaxed, and eyes sinking deep within the head to that place where anything is possible, energy is always present. Tracing an invisible line back from your brow through the scalp to the very nape, the back of the neck. Shoulders, upper arms, grounded, and the elbows, wrist, light and buoyant. The hollowness of the palms of the hands, and all of the tiny bones that make up the fingers. Right rib cage, left rib cage, the hollow notch at the base of the throat. Breath flowing in from the crown of your head all the way down to the tips of the toes, letting go of anything you no longer need. And then inhaling in from the soles of the feet, drawing in all that you need from Mother Earth, drawing in energy, vitality, pleasure, and taking that all the way up to the crown. And that's right. And feeling the whole body resting on the ground. Whole body grounded and secure, and taking some much needed rest to be energized and vitalized. Positive energy now radiating out from all 10 fingers and all 10 toes. Always there, always present, always within you. Gently now inviting the breath to deepen. Perhaps adding little micro movements of the fingers and the toes. Sometimes it can feel good to move the head gently side to side, to lick the lips. Maybe you circle the wrists and the ankles. And slowly coming back. On your next inhale, that big good morning stretch, arms and legs out long and tall. If you like, exhale, hug the knees and rock the spine one final time here. Before rocking it over to that right side fetal position, maybe resting the cheek on your right arm there as you rest on the floor in your fetal position, just pausing here. thanking the body for all it does, congratulating yourself on taking some time out to take care of yourself today. Maybe even pausing to see something kind and loving to yourself, or repeating your Sankalpa, your intention from the beginning of class. Taking as long as you like when it is right for you. From that fetal position, you'll press your right elbow and the palm of your left hand into the mat. You're going to use your upper body strength rather than your core now to slowly circle your hands to walk up to that seated position. If you like, you can bring your hands into Anjali or prayer mudra at the chest. It's a great pleasure to have been here with you all today. I'll invite you, if you like, to bring the thumbs to the forehead for honest thought, to the lips for honest speech, and to the heart for honest intention. And namaste. Om Shanti, 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 peace. So thank you so much for coming to Thankful Thursday. Another thing we would do that I didn't do too much of with time constraints, so if you're having that lethargic or kind of blues, sad kind of feeling, you want to be doing a lot more of back bending. So whatever, we did some bridging, some gentle bridging. If it was restorative, we might do it with the bolster behind us. So we want to be opening the heart a little bit. It doesn't have to be a full wheel back bend, but just a little bit of arching of the back, because that's going to open you up. So the opposite is true. If you're feeling way out there, a little bit anxious, maybe then the forward folds are good. And it makes sense if you think about it, because when your heart is open, you're energized, but when you're sad or blue or lethargic, you're kind of, so it's kind of the opposite kind of thing there. Hopefully that makes sense. We used a lot of the solar plexus chakra to energize. So that's to uplift. Next week we'll do Rajasic, which is too much energy or stress. It will be moving the mood down. So I thank you all so much for coming. I hope you find something to be thankful for on this Thankful Thursday. I'm available as always for private yoga via Zoom or in person, hypnotherapy, Reiki trainings. I do some bowl work, the essential oils. I have my own brand of mixing some things called Hypno Yoga Therapies. Meetups will be starting again soon. And my meditation book will hopefully be getting done soon, so I'll keep you all informed of that. I do appreciate anyone that can sharing this, especially to subscribe to the YouTube channel just to get the word out, because it is a free service. And I look forward to hearing from all of you. If there's any topic or anything specific, a yoga for this, a yoga for that, a meditation for this, that you'd like me to cover, please do reach out and we will give it a whirl. Alrighty. Namaste. Have a great one, folks.